Welcome to Wood Forest Bank Stadium for tonight's district game between the Grand Oaks Grizzlies and the Woodlands Highlanders. I'm Jeremy McGrail, and I'll be taking you through this Conroe ISD live stream here tonight. District 13 6A playoff spots are up for grabs. The Woodlands is 2-0 after starting strongly in district against Willis and Oak Ridge with two big wins. Grand Oaks, however, is 0-2 after dropping their opening games to College Park and Conroe High, respectively. The Grizzlies are very much still in the hunt for a playoff spot and can help themselves tremendously here tonight. They can get this win. It is homecoming for the Highlanders tonight, and we'll be returning to the live shots here shortly after we've run some sponsor messages. Again, got the Woodlands and Grand Oaks here tonight. It is homecoming for the Highlanders. They're in their all-red uniforms here tonight, white helmets. Grand Oaks be in their blues. Again, we've got two 5-2 football teams, so we look forward to having you join us for this football game here tonight. Again, we are almost 26 minutes away from kickoff here. Again, sponsor messages are coming here shortly, and we'll return back for live on the field shots as we get ready to kick this football game off here tonight and bring you more District 13 6A action, Conroe ISD.
Should an emergency occur, instructions will be provided through public address system. Public safety personnel dispersed through the stadium may also provide instructions to fans. It is important for people to remain calm and follow through the instructions. If there is a total loss of power, please stay seated and school district staff will provide further directions. Under special circumstances for safety purposes, fans may be required to evacuate the stadium. Should this occur, please follow the directions provided through the public address system and leave in a calm, orderly fashion through the nearest gate. Should a weather event develop, information and warnings will be provided through the stadium public address system. After an event would cause you to leave the stadium, you would be readmitted to the stadium once it's safe. To report a public safety issue, please inform a CISD police officer or school official. Lastly, please remember, If you see something, say something.
Good evening, football fans, and welcome to tonight's game. This game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of the UIL. Regardless of the outcome of tonight's game, all of the players and students have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve excellence. We also ask that as a spectator, you consider the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, trainers, cheerleaders, dancers, and musicians have put forth. Cheer them on, applaud them, but do not, through any of your actions, cause them to doubt the value of their hard work. By your conduct, allow these young people to feel pride in their communities and schools. While your sportsmanlike actions may play only a small part in the outcome of this game, it will play a greater role in continuing to encourage competitive athletics. The game officials have been mutually agreed upon by school officials from both schools. Their role is not unlike any of those players, coaches, teachers, and school administrators. Without them, this game would not be possible. Their knowledge and application of the rules are a result of annual testing, years of study, and continual participation in clinics that further refine their understanding of the game. We ask you, as students, parents, and citizens, to demonstrate the kind of respect for these officials you would extend to any dedicated person in a position of responsibility. Enjoy the game. Looking to make a difference in the lives of Conroe ISD students? Each day, CISD transports approximately 35,000 students from home to school and back again. CISD also transports thousands of more students to field trips, athletic events, and academic competitions. Become a bus driver today and make a positive impact in your community by being the first and last face a child sees each day. Apply today at conroeisd.net.
And welcome back to Wood Forest Bank Stadium. As you can see on your screen, the teams are going into the locker room now. Grand Oaks already in, the Woodlands making their way into their field house on the far end of the field to prepare for kickoff, which is coming in a little over 20 minutes from now. Again, District 13 6A action here tonight. Jeremy McGrail, and happy to help bring this game action to you as we have two 5-2 teams going at it here tonight with playoff spots up for grabs. Again, Grand Oaks trying to get on the board after an 0-2 start to their district campaign. Very much still in the hunt no matter what happens here tonight, but obviously they can help themselves tremendously here by trying to push the Highlanders a little bit and get that first win here tonight if they can. Of course, for the Woodlands, looking to continue a march toward their own playoff spot and also contention for a district title if they can keep their winning ways going. Again, the Woodlands started district strongly with a 43-10 win over Willis in their first game. Followed that up last week with a 48-24 win over Oak Ridge. Grand Oaks, on the other hand, lost to College Park 21-35 in their first district game. Then lost to Conroe in a game that I called last week in a 35-41 decision. Tigers led for most of that game and kind of threatened to separate from Grand Oaks, but the Grizzlies never quit in that game. They stayed in until the last possession. Had a chance late with a possession after an onside kick recovery, if I remember correctly. Couldn't quite pull off the miraculous comeback in that one. But again, they've been a very competitive team against what appear to be two of the tougher teams in the district. College Park and Conroe, like the Woodlands, also off to 2-0 starts. And something I went ahead and did for you guys here tonight that I enjoy doing every year, actually, is putting together some of the playoff projections once we get a couple of district games in here. So I went through all of Region 2 and kind of mapped out where each of the districts stands right now as far as their kind of how their top four are looking, and of course kind of aligning all those teams to the Division 1 and Division 2 bracket. If you're not familiar, in the state of Texas, 4 teams per district make the playoffs. And within those 4 teams per district, the 2 largest enrollment schools go Division 1, and then the 2 smaller schools are then aligned into the Division 2 bracket. Of course, with all districts not being created equal across the state in terms of the enrollment, it ends up not quite making sense because you have teams in Division 2 that are larger enrollments than those in Division 1, but it's the system we have, so we stick with it. And so to run this down here, As it stands today, District 9 6A, the 4 playoff teams would be Garland, Naaman Forest, Saxe, and Wiley. The two Division 1 teams there are Saxe and Wiley. In 10 6A, Rockwall Heath, Rockwall High, Mesquite High, and Mesquite Legacy are the 4 playoff teams. Rockwall and Mesquite are the 2 Division 1 representatives in that scenario. District 11 6A, Duncanville, DeSoto, Cedar Hill, and Mansfield. Powerhouse district here among some of the classic Southside teams in Dallas that are traditionally strong. Duncanville and DeSoto are your 2 Division 1 teams here, pushing Cedar Hill and Mansfield Division 2. Then in 12 6A, you have Temple, Harker Heights, Belton, and Bryan. Harker Heights and Belton, the 2 Division 1 teams. And 13 6A, of course, ours, the Woodlands, College Park, Conroe, and then I have the winner of Grand Oaks and Oak Ridge projected to take that 4th playoff spot. And in District 14 6A, that is Westfield, Spring, Decaney, and Aldine Davis right now. I've got Spring and Davis projected to be the Division 1 teams in that situation. And then in 15, I have Klein Collins, Klein Kane, Klein Oak, and Tomball taking those spots. Going through on-field introductions here on the field. And so in the scenario I've mapped out here, I've got in the Division 1 bracket, I'd have Saxe playing Mesquite, Duncanville against Belton, the Woodlands against Aldine Davis, and Klein Kane against Cypress Woods. So in that situation, the Woodlands would play the winner of Klein Kane and Cypress Woods. And in the lower half, it'd be Wiley versus Rockwall, DeSoto Harker Heights, Conroe versus Spring, Klein Oak versus Cypress Ranch. And then on the Division 2 side, Garland versus Mansfield Legacy, Cedar Hill versus Bryan, College Park against Decaney, Klein Collins against Bridgeland, Naaman Forest against Heath, Mansfield against Temple, and then that Grand Oaks Oak Ridge winner I was talking about against Westfield. Westfield's an undefeated team, so obviously be a very strong first-round opponent there. Westfield is projecting Division 2 right now. And then Tomball against Cypress Park, who is also very strong this year. Cy Park, 8-0 on the season. 7-0 rather. Very strong, just like Westfield. Again, these are obviously subject to change. There'll be a few changes, but for the most part, it's actually surprising how steady these projections stay over the last few weeks. Again, we are about 16 minutes from the opening kick. We'll continue with on-field announcements here. I'll go ahead and turn it over to the field. And we will be back as the teams are ready to come out here and get ready for kickoff. Again, thank you for joining us on this Conroe ISD live stream here tonight. Looking forward to this game.
And now the Good Sportsmanship League representatives will meet at midfield. Representing Grand Oaks, Alex Bevel, Taylor Deeds, Brianna Leonard, and this week's Golden Palms have been awarded to Taylor Chambers. Representing the Woodlands Good Sportsmanship League, Jana Urban, Emma Tetlow, Jake D'Amico, Ambra Correda, Will Hansen, Ella Porter, Courtney Barrett, Emma Lowell, Bella Pickle, Warner Riggs, and Bella McKinney. Thank you, students, for your good sportsmanship. Please stand for the visitors' school song. Grand Oaks Band. prize for the Woodlands High School school song.
For over 40 years, Woodforest National Bank has proudly supported the youth and schools of this great community. Our bank has grown through the years, and Montgomery County is our home. With over 30 convenient branch locations right here in Montgomery County, we are your community bank. Next time you're in the area, stop by and say hi. But for now, sit back and enjoy the game.
Hi, it's Donnie Buckaloo from Buckaloo Chevrolet, home of the Better Buy. Buckaloo Chevrolet is here to help you with all your transportation needs. Your experience can be touchless. You can do your paperwork at home instead of coming to our dealership. Plus, we'd be happy to deliver your vehicle to you. And remember, at Buckaloo Chevrolet, our prices are real. We only advertise rebates you qualify for. Visit us in Conroe or shop BuckalooChevrolet.com. See you soon.
It's a better buy at Buckaloo.
You've got a lot going on, so how do you find time to take care of you? At Houston Methodist, we work around your busy life. There's same-day visits when you're sick, online scheduling with specialists, access to all your records through MyChart, and video visits 24/7 if you need urgent care. Bringing you Houston Methodist's expertise, wherever, whenever you need it.
That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Shopping for a new or used vehicle? Or just looking for a place for good, reliable service? Go with the name you know. Gullo Ford, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Toyota. The Gullo family has been serving the Conroe Woodlands area since 1970. So the next time you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or just need service, do yourself a favor and go see Gullo Toyota, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Ford. Or log on anytime at GulloAuto.com. Gullo, let's drive.
It's not enough to be the leader in robotic-assisted procedures if we're not by your side for every step of your recovery, guiding you back to what makes you, you. Because it's not enough to replace your knee if we're not getting you to the moments that can't be replaced. Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care.
And welcome back to Wood Forest Bank Stadium. We are moments away from kickoff, a little over 7 minutes to be exact. Grand Oaks on the field going through warm-ups before they come out through their tunnel. The Woodlands yet to emerge from their locker room. We'll be running their hype video here in a few seconds. We'll get these teams out here and bring you some football here tonight on what appears to be a very nice night here at Wood Forest Bank Stadium after the sun set behind us here on the west side of the stadium. Should be pleasant, maybe a little muggy. And again, we'll be back here after the hype video runs. We get the teams out and do the national anthem and put the ball down and get ready to play some football. And here come the Highlanders getting in their tunnel, ready to come out through their smoke and get started here on the far side. Grand Oaks also getting under their float and ready to run out themselves here so we can get started tonight and kick this district game off. Get the teams out here. Woodlands tapping the rock, getting under. Ready to come out. Anticipation building here for both teams. See some big plays here tonight between these two, and there comes Grand Oaks doing a little dance coming out of their tunnel on the far side. They're ready to rock. Highlanders just about ready to follow suit here. Homecoming night for the Woodlands. Again, looking to push it to 3-0 in district if they can get another win here tonight. Been very impressive in their opening 2 games against Willis and Oak Ridge. 43-10 win over Willis, 48-24 over Oak Ridge. And here come the Highlanders on a mission in 21, as it said on the hype video. Looking very sharp in the all reds here tonight. Again, far side Grand Oaks looking a little like Boise State over there with the blue pants. White top, orange numbers, blue helmets to go with it. Again, we will stand up with the teams and say the national anthem here. We'll meet at midfield for the kickoff.
Please stand while the colors are being presented by the Woodlands High School Air Force Junior ROTC Color Guard. Commanding the color guard and carrying the United States flag is Cadet First Lieutenant Chris Bailey. The Texas flag is being carried by Cadet Staff Sergeant Katie Pepper. The right guard is Cadet First Lieutenant Nicholas Fusco. The left guard is Cadet First Lieutenant Nathan Failby. The unit flag is being carried by Cadet Senior Airman Bryce Wallace. Following the national anthem, we have a special treat tonight. The Woodlands High School Air Force Junior ROTC will conduct a flyover in a Cessna 172, piloted by Cadet First Lieutenant Javier Pena Reyes, a current senior at the Woodlands High School. Cadet Pena Reyes was selected to attend the JROTC National Flight Academy last summer and earned his pilot's license in August. Cadet Pena Reyes will approach from the south and rock his wings in honor of our homecoming alumni, Air Force Junior ROTC, and the Woodlands High School class of 2022. During the national anthem, please stand quietly with your hand over your heart, and gentlemen, please remove your hats.
And with that beautiful rendition of our national anthem by the Woodlands Band, we are ready to kick things off here tonight. The officials are out here at midfield, joined by the captains from both teams near sideline, of course, here the Woodlands. That is Ben Ferguson, Evan Dubin. Look like it may just be the two of them walking out here for this. We'll see who takes first possession here tonight. Has a chance to score first in this one. Both of these offenses capable of scoring with the quick play, and that's exactly how Grand Oaks kept themselves in the game against Conroe last week. Conroe obviously having a high-powered offense of their own, but Grand Oaks able to not go away in that one and actually give themselves a chance late. Grand Oaks, Gabe Anzelduo, one of the captains, along with number 50. Jacob Engelbritson, offensive lineman. Woodlands wins, defers. And with that, the Grizzlies will take first possession here tonight. Third captain for Grand Oaks out there, number 17, Logan Telfer. Again, the Woodlands winning the toss and deferring, so they will receive, of course, in the second half here tonight. Again, my name is Jeremy McGrail, and we thank you for joining us on this Conroe ISD live stream of this district game. 13-6A action. Playoff spots on the line, of course. The Woodlands 2-0 in district so far. Grand Oaks, although 0-2, still very much in the playoff hunt, actually, regardless of what happens here tonight, because they would still have Oak Ridge and Willis left. Placing the ball down for the Woodlands. Number 80, Nick Sims, a senior, handles all the kicking duties for the Highlanders, as he's done all year. Signals to his troops he is ready to send this one. Deep, potentially, lined up for a deep kick. We'll pop it up in the air a little bit. He's certainly got the power to kick it out of the back of the end zone whenever he wants. Fielded, well covered by the Highlanders, nowhere to run for the Grand Oaks return man, and with that, good field position here for the Highlander defense to start this game. And have Grand Oaks well pinned back inside the 15, actually. See where they spot it. Oh, they will put it around the 17. Of course, Grand Oaks running their wing tee style offense, like to keep it on the ground and generate explosive plays through running back Brandon High. Really fun to watch when he runs the ball. Speaking of, there he is, early sweep, finds a lot of space around the right side, first down run. And High, he just accelerates away from people. I've seen him, it's my fourth time seeing Grand Oaks now this year, and High, for me, is easily one of the more impressive runners in the district, of course, along with the man we'll see on the other side for the Highlanders, Jabari Reed. High and Reed, along with the gentleman from Oak Ridge, are the most impressive runners I've seen in this district. Back pass now, Smith. Nicely caught, slung down there. Again, Grand Oaks likes to move fast. They waste no time. Want to run a lot of plays, and that's Jacob Smith, a junior, running the offense to quarterback position. Again, the pace of play from Grand Oaks is something that I saw in the past. It's kind of a feature of the 90s of a lot of running teams. They started going to that kind of hurry-up style. Commerce Judson is probably the program that was most well-known for doing that hurry-up style running offense. Sean Spear on the sweep. Gonna gain maybe a yard. Bring up a third and medium here. Probably a 3rd and 5. Grand Oaks doing a good job moving out of that early trouble in terms of the field position, out of the 40 now. And again, Judson in their heyday from the 80s and 90s, they were known for running a lot of plays, and that's what Grand Oaks tries to do as well. Tire out of defense, catch them not lined up right. Smith having to improvise here. He does. He's going to get around that side and pick up the first down. Great job by Smith keeping his feet there under pressure. Broken play, had to try and do what he could with it. Of course, the ever-present Bradley Warren, senior defensive lineman for the Highlanders, was the man there to convince Smith that the better option was to turn the other way, which he obliged and did. Probably smartly, given the way I've seen Warren play this year. Another sweep and more room here around the near side now high. Gonna throw a man off with the stiff arm. Great physical end to that run for High. Clearly in the mood here tonight. And it looks to be the edge, the very edge of the field where Grand Oaks finding some early joy here tonight with some positive plays into Woodlands territory. And this is the kind of aggression that Grand Oaks is going to have to show here all night against this Woodlands team. Up the middle, High again, going to pick up 2 or 3 yards. Larry DeBose from Oak Ridge is the other running back I was talking about. DeBose, Reed, and High are the 3 most impressive runners I've seen so far. Smith back to pass. Looking for man in the end zone. Looked to maybe have a step. Slightly misjudged the flight of that ball, perhaps. Maybe expecting more contact than what actually arrived there at the end of that. Regardless, incomplete, bring up 3rd and long. The intended man there for Grand Oaks, number 14, Tristan Browse, Jr., been a fixture down the field for the Grizzlies this year. Made some big plays in that game last week against Conroe. And then another one you'll see often here tonight, Quanto Farrakhan Jr., freshman. And Smith is looking for exactly him. Had a chance at it. He was measuring it up. Good play by the Highlander defense to get in there and break that up at the very end. For the Highlanders on the coverage looked to be number 8, Brady Carlin, if I saw that right from up here. Used binoculars to help a little bit. Yeah, well broken up at the end because it looked like Farrakhan was going to have a chance to pull that one in the end zone. Well thrown football by Jacob Smith. Couldn't ask for anything better in terms of the way he threw that. So Grand Oaks, despite moving in the Woodlands territory, set up to punt here. Be a short punt. Let's see what it bounces. Will bounce right around the 12-yard line where it was down. So the Woodlands now pin back themselves. Again, as I talked about with the Grand Oaks offense, the Highlander offense, perfectly capable of quick strike themselves, actually at their best when they are picking up those chunks. Have some electric playmakers in the form of Jabari Reed, number 1, number 6, Ben Ferguson, going down the field, but really all the skill players for the Highlanders can get the job done. Big offensive line. Matoyer gonna look to pass over the middle early, wide open man. That's number 2, Parker McGill, senior, on that reception. Going to move the chains. And immediately the Highlanders out of that trouble deep in their own territory. Nice pitch and catch from Matoyer to McGill there. And nice easy throw. McGill came wide open over the middle there for Matoyer. Shotgun 4 wide here. Going to zone read it. Jabari Reed on the carry. Well read by Matoyer there to go ahead and give that some pressure coming up off the top side there. Good positive play on first down. It looks like the Woodlands will stay with 4 receivers in the game. Trips up top. Single man down here to the near side, motion across the formation. Will be a handoff on the sweep. Good run. Number 10, Tobin Miller, another senior. First down run. Well executed. And a feature of the Highlanders this year that's impressed me is every one of their skill players is good with the ball in his hands. Tough running. Again, up the middle, Jabari Reed this time going to look to break loose. Nearly gets out of there. He would have been off to the races had he been able to shake that man, but as such, still very good gain, about 7 yards. 7 yards there. Again, same personnel for the Highlanders, 4 receivers. Going to stay in that 3-by-1 shotgun, trips up to the top side. Blitz picked up. Throw complete. Tobin Miller on the catch. Another grab for Miller. Close to a first down. It will move the chains, it looks like. Yes, they are moving. First down, Highlanders marching right down the field here on their first possession of the evening. 7 minutes, 20 seconds. And counting down here in the first quarter. Two-by-two shotgun now, still 4 receivers for the Highlanders. Jailbreak screen, Ferguson, he's got room. He's going to take that in for a touchdown. Busted wide open for him. Touchdown Highlanders. Ben Ferguson, Mr. Reliable. The man you want with his hands on the ball when it's most important. 6-0 Woodlands after that touchdown from Matoyer to Ferguson. Again, well executed jailbreak screen there, popped wide open. 7:01 remaining in the first quarter. Sims on PAT. It's good. And with that, the Woodlands draws first here tonight. 7-0 on the scoreboard over Grand Oaks. Receiving team coming out here for Grand Oaks. It's Sean Zveer. Back to return the kick. Along with number 9, Tristan Frazier, sophomore. Frazier's actually the backup quarterback as well. Very good runner. Both very capable with the football in their hands. Woodlands was able to pin the Grizzlies pretty deep back in their own territory on the opening kick of the game. We'll see what Sims does here. If he puts a foot through it or if he kind of pops it up similar to the way he did his first kick of the night. That'll be down in the end zone. Did put his foot through that one. See what adjustments the Highlander defense has made after that first drive where Grand Oaks, albeit one of them through a busted play, was able to find some joy on the perimeter in the running game with High on 2 carries in particular. And Brandon High, number 3 for Grand Oaks, be heavily involved here tonight. He is central, absolutely crucial to the success of this Grizzly offense with the style they run, this wing style offense. 2 receivers, they'll pitch to High this time. Again, looking for room outside. Great tackle. Outstanding tackle there. He lost a yardage. Back on the tackle there for the Highlanders, number 26, Cooper Stark Jr. Just absolute textbook low tackle there. Doesn't look like the to-go number is working on the scoreboard here tonight in terms of the yards to go, but it looks like 2nd and 13. Again, sweep to high. Going up top again, looking for space on the outside, and again strung out. That's Martrell Harris getting that one down. It's a positive response here from the Highlander defense after getting gashed a couple of times on the opening possession for Grand Oaks. Bring up about a 3rd and 11, it looks like now. Again, in this style of offense that Grand Oaks runs, these are the situations that obviously they don't want to be in, where it's 3rd and long and it's obvious pass down. Smith trying to get out of trouble again, does. Good job of footwork to do that. Nowhere to go with the football though, going to be thrown incomplete. And just like that, 4th down. Punting team's going to have to come out here for Grand Oaks. Quick possession. Again, Grand Oaks, with their style, need to stay ahead of the chains on 1st and 2nd down so they can avoid those 3rd and longs. Two men back to receive the punt for the Highlanders. It's Parker McGill and Ben Ferguson. Ferguson will field it somewhat acrobatically, actually. He got hit. They will call contact on that. Flags come down. One of the better receptions I've ever seen on a punt. It's jumping elevated on that one. Obviously contacted by the Grand Oaks cover man there, not given space to make the catch. So this will be a very good field position result here for the Woodlands, of course, after they mark the yardage off here, which the white hat is now doing. Put them on the plus side of the 50. Right in the freewheeling zone for the offense. Anything goes from the playbook when you're in this section of the field. Matoyer, 2x2 shotgun. Gonna look down the middle of the field, wide open. Ferguson caught. Just too easy there for between Matoyer and Ferguson. They will take that all night. It's a nice job of stepping up in the pocket there by Matoyer, showing some maturity. Trips near side, 4 receivers, going to motion McGill into this tight slot. Matoyer going to take it himself. His quarterback keep, they're going to push him forward. Ball comes out late. It looks like Grand Oaks has recovered that. Again, look to come out at the very end. We'll see what the call is here. And Grand Oaks has it. The signal comes. Big early moment in this football game. It's the Woodlands marching right down the field once again, looking to be heading in for a touchdown. Again, Matoyer in the pile there was getting pushed, and I wonder, yeah, I've just lost sense of kind of the traffic situation there, given he was in a pile being pushed, and the ball just came out at the very end of that.
First down for the Grizzlies.
Grand Oaks, another lease on life here as they take possession, albeit in terrible position on the field, inside their own 10. High, gonna sweep, again looking for that outside space. Now that the Woodlands defense appears wise to that threat, we'll see if the Grizzlies come back in the middle now. Try and establish between the tackles.
Second down 8 for the Grizzlies.
In quickly to the line, as we'll see all night. Another sweep. This is I believe, should be Spear. Oh, actually that was Tristan Frazier on the carry. Sophomore Tristan Frazier. Backup quarterback as well. But so good they need to keep his ball on the hands. Keep his hands on the ball no matter what. Kind of wait for a brief second here. Player can receive some attention.
Defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Late flag does come in, and that'll mark it off 15 yards in Grand Oaks' favor. See if Grand Oaks can take advantage of the help they were just given there via that penalty. Helps them get some breathing room. Farrakhan sweep. He's going to do a smart cut up the field there, gain some positive yards, close to a first down, but it's going to be a little short. We've got 3 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Again, if you're on our social media channels, please do like, follow, and subscribe at Conroe ISD Sports. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's high. He will roll across the first down marker there to the 40-yard line, moving the chains. And obviously very important for the Grizzlies. Keep the chains moving here tonight and not continually give the ball back to the Highlanders, because obviously that will not be a good recipe for success if they're doing that. So need to take advantage of any and all of these opportunities they get for second chances on drives. Up the middle. Good positive play on first down, exactly what Grand Oaks hopes and needs to establish in their offense. Look to be number 16, Joseph Canola, sophomore, running back on that carry. 2nd and 5. As we approach the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter, again, the Woodlands leading 7-0. Up the middle. Can be stopped by a host of Highlander defenders there. They were all ready for that one. Bring up 3rd and medium now here. Ball did not move at all on that, 3rd and 5. The crowd's filled in pretty nicely here. Of course, on the home side, being homecoming here tonight for the Highlanders, and on the visitor side for Grand Oaks. Receiver's going to look to throw a quick hitch out, well caught. I think that's Farrakhan on the reception. Juano Farrakhan, close to a first down there. They will move the chains. Slight hesitation there on the throw, a little bit of a double pump, but gets it out to Farrakhan, and he does the rest. Just appears to be a supremely talented young freshman player that the Grizzlies have in their ranks. We'll see a lot of him over the next 4 years. Single receiver, quickly to the line, making the sweep and up the middle. Not sure if that was a broken play or not, but regardless, tackled in the backfield for a loss by the Highlander defense. Again, the Woodlands been very strong against the run this year. Where they've given opponents joy is down the field in the passing game, and I've been looking to see kind of how they've improved in that area each time I see them this year. They will be tested a few times here tonight. Grand Oaks has already taken a few shots deep down the field that have been well covered so far by the Highlanders tonight. And again, they'll need to stay wise to that threat and not get overly sucked in by the running game. Sean Spear, tough run around the right side. Late flag does come in. Could be in the area of a hold, but we'll see what that is. No gain on the run. Looks like they are going to call holding on the offense. Walk that back. 12 seconds left in the first quarter. One more play here. Most likely, I should say, but again, we've got 3rd and 20 now. So it is a passing down. And big penalty against Grand Oaks there. Some discussion on the field between the officials. See what they want to do here. So Grand Oaks coaches on the field, far side, signaling in the message to Smith and Severe over there, actually. And they will go ahead and run off the remaining time in the first quarter. We'll flip ends. Ready to resume action here in the second quarter. It'll be 2nd down for Grand Oaks here. It'll be 2nd and 20 after they were backed up by that holding penalty. And the Woodlands leads 7-0 if you're just joining us. Had a chance to go up 14, but a fumble that handed this possession to Grand Oaks. Back to pass to Smith. Heavy pressure being generated. Tries to find Farrakhan as an outlet throw, but can't complete it. Not quite sure what the offense wanted to set up there, but at least he was able to avoid another big loss. Jacob Smith, a junior quarterback for the Grizzlies. And we have 3rd and 20 now. Important down here for Grand Oaks to be smart with the play call. If they do take a shot, get it deep enough downfield to where it's just as good as a punt if it is picked off. Twin receivers. Our official's going to come in, timeout Grand Oaks. They're going to talk about it, make sure they've got the right thing drawn up here. You were with us in the pregame. I ran over what I thought the playoff situation was through all of Region 2 and in District 13 6A. Got the 4th spot coming down to whoever wins the game between Grand Oaks and Oak Ridge. So again, Grand Oaks still in the hunt no matter what happens here tonight. Deep throw by Smith up the sideline, can't find his man. That was not sure who the intended man was down there, but regardless, well overthrown. Into the sideline. So Woodlands punt return team will come back out, McGill and Ferguson. numbers 2 and 6 respectively for the Highlanders. And again, the Woodlands looking to continue keeping themselves in position for a district title if they can get this win here tonight. Side foot punt, going to be short and take a negative bounce for Grand Oaks. Going to be downed around midfield, which is where the Highlanders will set up shop. On top of this game in the early stages here tonight. Only negative being, of course, the fumble they lost on their last possession as they were driving in for a second touchdown. Look to finish the job on this drive if they can. Split back shotgun for Matoyer. Handoff Reed. Look for space, but well tackled there. Good form tackle by Shane Telford, number 34 for the Grizzlies, senior defensive back. Second and 8, 2-yard gain there for Reed. The 2x2, 4 receivers. Toyer looked like he was setting up for a deep throw. Gonna have to just eat this one. He can hold on to the football, that is. He does. Sacked for no gain. Again, Matoyer dropping back. Appeared to be looking deep left on that one. Again, 4 receivers remaining on the field is the personnel package for the Highlanders. 2x2. Gonna motion across here into the backfield. What a catch. What a catch by Ben Ferguson. Wow. That was impressive. He picked that off the top of the grass blades. He had to play center field on that reception. You know, it's a great play by Matoyer as well to use his feet to avoid pressure, keep himself alive to throw that ball. But my goodness. Take a bow, Ben Ferguson. Three receivers, split backs there. Reed gonna take that. Nice subtle move there. Wow. He's so good at that first move. And on the sweep, Reed, despite that effort, will only pick up a yard. There's some signals on the field that the ball came out. Officials coming in to have a look at it. Some more signals from Grand Oaks players. It's like the officials unconvinced and the Woodlands offense stays on the field. Did not see the ball come out myself. And for the Woodlands subbing in now, junior Jacoby Mitchell at running back. Reed coming off for a breather. Going to be empty backfield. Everybody's going to split out here, 5 wide. Running back Jacoby Mitchell in the slot. He'll stay there. Quick throw from Matoyer. It's a forward pass incomplete. Number 10, Tobin Miller, intended receiver. 9:07 remaining in the second quarter here. Bring up 3rd and 9 for the Highlanders. Again, 4 receivers on the field for the Highlanders, 2 to each side of the formation, 2x2. Matoyer over the middle, wide open McGill. He's going to take this one get close down to the 1-yard lines where he's finally tackled. Again, the Woodlands successful over the middle of the field here passing so far tonight. Ferguson and now McGill on that catch. Poster out. Well found by Matoyer there. Line drive throw. Split backs. Try to go quickly there. Flags come in. See if there's procedure on that. See if maybe people didn't quite get set there. And it will be procedure against the offense. Move it back 5. spot the ball on the 7. Was on the 2, of course. Toyer avoiding pressure. Going to try and take this one in himself. He does. He puts his head down and just says, you know what, I'm going to take this in. Touchdown. Flag coming in at the end of that. Score should still stand. That score will bring it to the Woodlands 13, Grand Oaks nothing. Penalty likely to be assessed after the score. An unsportsmanlike call. Maybe a little taunt at the end of that run. And Nick Sims on for the PAT here for the Highlanders. 8:22 remaining in the second quarter. Kick is up and good. So the Woodlands now leading 14-0 over Grand Oaks Grizzlies. Toyer using his footwork to great effect so far here tonight to avoid pressure. Key drive there for the Highlanders. Needed to go ahead and get those points back. And again, there are social channels popping up on the screen there. Give us a like, follow, and subscribe on all of those channels at Conroe ISD Sports and Athletics. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All helps increase the exposure of our channels, help more people find what we're doing here in Conroe ISD with our student athletes. And Sims places the ball down here, kick the ball back to the Grizzlies. Again, 8:22 remaining in the second quarter. Sean Spear catches it. Room to return. Good field position here to start for Grand Oaks. Grand Oaks, of course, will be looking to avoid any penalties, of course, on this possession. It's one of the biggest factors on their last possession. Just get backed up too far in 3rd and 20. Not much you can do there. First down play here. Going to be a sweep. And Farrakhan trying to get what he can there. Only be a couple of yards. Well strung out by the Highlander defense. Number 20, Ethan Winfield, one of the Highlanders on hand there on the edge. Of course, the cornerbacks, when you're facing an offense like this that does like to go horizontal in the ground game, there's a lot that's put on them physically to maintain their position on the perimeter and turn everything back to the inside of the field where the help is. Heavy pressure sack. Number 96 for the Woodlands, Riley Payne Jr. on that sack. Well done by him to get in there. And he was on Smith immediately. Tried to play action there, did the Grizzlies. And again, negative down in distance here. 3rd and 16. Again, just pressure being applied, and once again, that was Payne forcing Smith to get rid of it before he probably wanted to. Just crashing that side of the Grizzly offensive line. And Ferguson and McGill back to receive this punt. 6:47 on the clock here in the second quarter. It's be homecoming night, and the Woodlands band will perform after the game. We'll have that footage if you stick around with us tonight. Ferguson picking it up on the bounce over there. So at halftime, you'll be able to watch the homecoming festivities, and then after the game, the band will do their traditional performance. Looks like a flag comes in on that far sideline late. We'll see what that's about.
Personal foul, hard collar tackle, 15-yard penalty.
Personal foul against Grand Oaks. So not that the Highlanders needed the help, but they're going to get some anyway. They'll go all the way to the Grand Oaks 39 to start this drive. Outstanding chance here to really apply heavy pressure on Grand Oaks if they can punch this one in. High snap, well brought down there by Matoyer. Can be handed off to Reed. Only about a yard there on the gain. Two yards make that. There's 4 receivers for the Highlanders, 3 up top, 1 down here to the near side. Matoyer over the middle again. And this time he finds Justin Sheldon, senior, also the backup quarterback. And post routes doing a lot of damage for the Highlanders tonight. Again, that was 3 receivers to the top side of the formation. Single man Sheldon down to the bottom, and it went to Sheldon. Good spacing there by the Highlander offense, setting that up. We've got 3 receivers split. High throw. Bring him 2nd and 10. .527 remaining in the second quarter here. Inside the red zone are the Highlanders. They have been there regularly tonight. It's handoff. It's a nice spin there by Jason Williams Jr., his first involvement of the night. Looks to be a quite useful player for the Woodlands. He's impressed me this year when I've seen him, both as a runner and receiver. Also returns kicks on occasion. 3 receivers here. Handoff Reed up the middle. Good push there. Going to get the first down on push alone. Nice job by the Highlander offensive line there, opening that space. Five yards to go to the end zone here for the Woodlands, looking for their 3rd score of the evening. Split back shotgun here. 3 receivers, 2 up top. Motion into the backfield for Williams, into the slot position rather. There's Reed up the middle. Gonna try and push his way in. Mark him down around the 2. Again, the Woodlands won the toss tonight and deferred, so they will receive to start the 3rd quarter. Timeout on the field. And obviously the importance of this defensive possession for Grand Oaks goes up even more just with that fact that they will be kicking off to the Woodlands to start the second half, so they don't want this to get any further away from them if they can do anything about it here. But the Woodlands obviously knocking on the door just 2 yards away. Four receivers in the formation for the Highlanders, 3 to the near side here, 1 up top. Matoyer's going to keep it, look for space around the right, walks in. He was walking at least until they hit him there at the very end. But touchdown Highlanders regardless, 20-0 on the scoreboard. Matoyer's second rushing touchdown of the night. It's Ben Ferguson scoring the Woodlands' first touchdown of the night. Matoyer has the last 2. Sims on for the point after. 3:43 on the clock remaining in the second quarter here. Sims line drives that one through plenty of power. And good. The Woodlands leads 21-0 over Grand Oaks. 3:43 remaining in our second quarter here tonight.
Kicking off. Nick Sims. Back deep, number 4. Sean Zever. Number 7. Jacob Smith. Excuse me, that's number 9.
And Sims back on here for the kickoff. Highlanders up 21-0. Again, stick around for the halftime homecoming facilities for the Woodlands. Festivities, rather. Sims going to pop this one up. Gets into a little bit of space there for the return. Nice job. That was Elijah Cooper, senior for Grand Oaks, on that catch and return. A brief timeout on the field here. Grand Oaks was in a similar trailing position last week against Conroe. Managed to find a way to keep themselves in that game despite Conroe threatening to kind of run away on a couple of occasions in that one. Be probably a tougher order of business against this Highlander defense here tonight. But with 3 minutes and 39 seconds remaining until halftime, and obviously with Grand Oaks having to kick the ball off to start the third quarter, they should be showing aggression here on offense and really doing everything they can to get points out of this possession. Resuming action here in a few seconds. It's the unsung heroes of these games do their job. The trainers, always nice to see them help a player off under his own power. Sean Spear on the counter play. Nice positive play. Again, a lot more of that needed if you're the Grizzlies. Just run your offense, don't panic. Far too many penalties going against the Grizzlies here tonight, which have really hurt them and contributed to the Woodlands being where they are on the scoreboard, up 21-0. Quick pass out top side against Veer on that catch. Be first down yardage. Quickly to the line here, hand off to High. He does have space around the left side. He's going to be off to the races here. He's got speed. And he hits that up the sideline. Big play, exactly what Grand Oaks needs. That's obviously exactly where they want Brandon High. In space and up the sideline. His acceleration really is impressive. He just runs away from people once he hits that gear. Hit another quick pass. Far sideline there. Caught by Tristan Browse, junior receiver. Bring up second and short. Exactly the drive needed by Grand Oaks here so far, but they've got to finish the job in the end zone. Just under 2.5 minutes remaining until half. Coming up 2:25 and counting. 2 timeouts remaining for Grand Oaks. All 3 left for the Woodlands. Another counter to High this time. Can be right at the stick for the first down. And have a look at it. The chains do move. First down for the Grizzlies. Inside the red zone, 19-yard line. Got 2 minutes and counting now until half. Again, Grand Oaks trying to make something happen here into this half, make something positive happen. Give them reason for optimism going into halftime. Pass up top there. Another positive yardage play. And just taking what the defense gives you. Smart idea. That's Quanell Farrakhan on that catch, number 5. Second and 4 after that 6-yard gain. Up the middle, High.
Number 3, Brandon High. Tackle made by number 7, Martrell Harris. Also on that stop, number 25, Jacob Condon.
And this style offense, when it's clicking, can involve a lot of window dressing designed to confuse the defense, of course, and make them think it's going to be one play, and then they hit you with something else. The beauty of running this style. A lot of moving parts to it. Can take a while to coordinate, but when it does, it's pretty to watch. High, running a similar kind of power play that he got his big gain on a few plays ago, but doesn't find the same space on that one. We're going to get to the 1-minute mark here in the second quarter and counting. Again, 2 timeouts remaining for Grand Oaks. Not using it so far. Run the play in. Of course, they're extremely quick to the line, so. But here they're actually taking their time a little bit. Now they're going to get quick. Always on the quick snap, and that's Severe running the sweep. Ball comes out, though. Has to be a Highlander ball. Huge play by the Highlander defense there to recover that fumble. Obviously, heartbreaking into that drive there for Grand Oaks. So close to getting the points they desperately needed in this one to send themselves into halftime on a little bit more positive note, but the ball comes out there, and the Woodlands is going to hold firm and keep points off the board.
We got a first down. The Highlanders ball's on the 2-yard line.
So the Highlanders, of course, pinned deep in their own territory, should be content to take this one into halftime, but first we'll have a timeout on the field. And the teams are back on the field here, ready to resume action. 34 seconds remaining until halftime. Again, homecoming festivities coming up for the Woodlands at half. Just the QB sneak straight ahead for Matoyer there. Creating a little space, and we should be going into the locker room now. So the time will tick away. And again, the Highlanders are going to take a 21-0 lead into half, and they get the ball back to start the third quarter. I will do my best to relay king and queen information at the start of the third quarter, if I can manage to hear the PA announcer. Again, thank you all for joining us on this Conroe ISD live stream. We'll see you for the second half here in a little bit. Enjoy the halftime.
student teacher Kelly Orlando, and color guard directors Trace Brown and Danny Walker. The band is under the field direction of head drum major Andrew Tran, senior drum majors Emma Butler and Haley Brown, and junior drum major Kylie Burke. And color guard is under the leadership of captains Caitlin Molina, Kayla Alexander, Sophia Winston, and Zaclavia Young. The Grand Oaks Grizzly twirler is Emma Matei. This evening, the band will be performing the 2021 competitive marching show entitled Prismatic.
student body president. Welcome to the 2021 Homecoming Celebration. TWHS is pleased to present our homecoming court. Our freshman female representative is Jillian Sinks. Jillian is the daughter of Emma and Charles Sinks. Tonight, she is being escorted by her father, Charles. Our freshman male representative is Jack Pirtle. Jack is the son of Robin and James Pirtle. Tonight, he is being escorted by his mother, Robin. Our sophomore female representative is Lola Ilisova. Lola is the daughter of Inara Ilisova and Mark Stevenson. Tonight, she is being escorted by her father, Mark. Our sophomore male representative is Blaze Ferguson. Blaze is the son of Annie and Brad Ferguson. Tonight, he is being escorted by his mother, Annie. Our junior male representative is Emma Grace Kilden. Emma Grace is the daughter of Clara and Steve Kilden. Tonight, she is being escorted by her father, Steve. Our junior male representative is Matthew Melito. Matthew is the son of Mildred and Xander Melito. Tonight, he is being escorted by his mother, Mildred. And now we will present our senior homecoming court. Ashley Kennedy is the daughter of Teresa and Jared Kennedy. Tonight, she is being escorted by her father, Jared. Ashley plans on attending Baylor University, Marist University, or University of Rochester with a possible major in film. Keith Dimerson is the son of LaTanya. Tonight, he is being escorted by his mother, LaTanya. Keith's college plans are undecided with a possible major in business. Kaylee Norton is the daughter of Wendy and Charlie Norton. Tonight, she is being escorted by her father, Charlie. Kaylee plans on attending Texas A&M University or Texas Christian University with a possible major in biology. Evan Dubin is the son of Amy and Craig Dubin. Tonight, he is being escorted by his mother, Amy. Evan plans on attending Texas A&M University or Auburn University with a possible major in biomedical engineering. Emma Tetlow is the daughter of Carrie and Alex Tetlow. Tonight, she is being escorted by her father, Alex. Emma plans on attending the University of Oklahoma or Texas A&M University with a possible major in secondary education. Marshall Harris Jr. is the son of Marshall Harris Sr. and Neosha Carol Harris. Tonight, he is being escorted by his mother, Neosha. Marshall plans to continue his academic and football career at Texas A&M University with a major in agribusiness. Jenna Urban is the daughter of Stephanie and Jeff Urban. Tonight, she is being escorted by her father, Jeff. Jenna plans on attending Texas A&M University with a possible major in biomedical engineering. Diego Solano is the son of Monica and Eduardo Solano. Tonight, he is being escorted by his mother, Monica. Diego plans on attending Texas A&M University or the University of Texas at Austin with a possible major in finance. Sophia Wall is the daughter of Tammy and Ron Wall. Tonight, she is being escorted by her father, Ron. Sophia plans on attending the University of Texas at Austin or Florida State University with a possible major in education. We will now announce your 2021 Senior Homecoming King and Queen. Please And your 2021 homecoming queen is Kaylee Norris!
Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's ballgame. That's Memorial Herman, the Woodlands Medical Center. Strong finish starts with Memorial Herman. Experts are by your side every step of the way, from injury prevention to evaluation to orthopedic surgery and post-injury rehabilitation. Memorial Herman's affiliated orthopedic and sports medicine team treats a variety of injuries, allowing us to develop comprehensive treatment plans customized for people of all ages and abilities. Thank you, Memorial Herman, the Woodlands Medical Center, for your continued support. Up the press box tonight. After the game, stop by Chili's over there in the Woodlands and Mall and Richardson back to Chili.
Ready to run out here. Smoke coming out. Ready to go inside the
Here comes your Grizzlies.
playoff scenarios in the pregame here tonight. As it stands right now, the Woodlands, of course, are in the Division 1. They play Martin Davis. Again, these projections, I think they would change more than they do. They actually just that position really changes a lot. Sometimes as we see in this district, top 3 spots appear to be east. To good starts, obviously.
Back deep for the Highlanders. Number 19, Jason Williams.
Randolph has the ball down ready to start this second half.
Taking off for the Grizzlies, number 20, Matt Winston.
On this Conroe ISD live stream. Some acrobatic music by number 24. As such,
Kickoff is taken by number 24, Jacoby Mitchell. Be first down.
Do business around
the Highlanders.
He actually
first down on the 33 for the Highlanders.
4 receivers to start here for the Highlanders in the position.
Pass complete to number 6, Ben Ferguson. On the stops, number 17, Logan Telford.
Second
down by 4. Highlanders.
With the advantage on both occasions.
Ball carrier number 10, Tobin Miller. Stop on number 44, Adrian Pacheco. A little help from number 48, Noah Landridge. Third down, the Highlanders about 4.
Going into the end zone, and then towards the end of the half, Randolph's trying to get some possible momentum going into the line, but the Highlanders can be
pass complete, number 2, Parker McGill. Tackle by number 17, Logan Telford. It's a first down. The Highlanders are on the roll of 46.
First down for the Highlanders. Two by two. Receivers motion out of back. Looking deep, has a man. Play there. Again, our social media popping up on the screen. Follow us, like, subscribe, follow. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Good. That's it.
Scroll into the end zone. Broke wide open in that pass. A long, high throw by the top. Waited on it a little bit. No problem with the catch. Seems like that one can kick off.
Kicking off, number 80, Nick Sims. Back deep, number 4, Sean Seaver. And number 9, Christian Frazier. Fairness number 3. Brandon High.
Randall's done a pretty good job here tonight. Generating some positive plays in the first half. It's been the penalties. That last time. Positivity going there in his points. Really unfortunate turnover. Russell Yell on the attempted goal.
Ball carrier number 3, Brandon High. Tackle number 92, Manuel Guzman. Number 98, Bradley Warren.
Third down and 9:48.
Pass complete. Number 5, Lionel Darkman Jr. Tackle baby number 9, Harrison Pasquale, and number 49, Ethan Scott.
Mistake there. Maybe it's a 6-8.
Pass complete. Senior timeout on the bench. Pass complete number 14, Christian Ross. Tackle play number 29, Caleb Miller.
Put themselves in position to be competitive later in the game here. Good way to start with that kind of connection on the pass. Again, it's important running the offense they do. They're able to keep defenses off balance. Of course, one of the ways you do that is by going over the top. Stretch the field vertically as well as horizontally. Against a team as well coached as the Woodlands has traditionally been, you've got to do some things to keep them off balance. They're able to pick up the scent and come after one thing all night. Usually not going to work out well. It's Brandon High again going to try and bounce around the edge. Ball flies out, but it's out of bounds. Pick up a few yards there for High. Brandon High well on his way to an all-district season. I mentioned a little earlier on in tonight's action that Brandon High, Jabari Reed, and Larry DeBose are the 3 running backs that have really impressed me in the district this year so far. Looking for the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown, Grand Oaks. Grizzlies on the board here tonight. Juanel Farrakhan Jr. on the catch. Freshman. Having a great season. That is more like it for Grand Oaks. With that score, it's now the Woodlands 28, Grand Oaks 6. Grand Oaks just been way too good offensively this year to be held scoreless. Blocked on the PAT. See if they recover that. They do. Prevent any kind of run back there. So the score will remain at the Woodlands 28, Grand Oaks 6, 8:24 remaining in the third quarter. course, most of us in the stadium here tonight keeping a close eye on what's going on with the Astros and Red Sox.
Thank you for your continued support of our great school district. And everybody make sure you visit those places.
Hoping the Astros, of course, can punch that ticket to the World Series tonight. And Max back singing on for the kickoff here for Grand Oaks. Put a boot into it. Will be fielded cleanly. That's Williams, wide open lane up the middle. And he exploits it to the full extent. Woodlands start this drive in good field position. #1 offense back out onto the field here, of course. Looks like it'll be a 3-receiver set here to start for the Woodlands. 2 on the near side, 1 up top. 1 tight in the slot, so 4 receivers. Jabari Reed up the middle. He's going to try and go around the edge. No space, though. Grand Oaks actually done a good job against Reed here tonight so far. Hasn't broken any big gainers. Been the passing game for the Highlanders that's done the majority of the damage here tonight. Matoyer also showing some good footwork with his 2 rushing touchdowns when they've gotten in close. 4 receivers maintained. Trips to the near side here now, motion into the backfield. Williams, he's going to get the ball on the sweep. Show some tough running there. Be close to the first down marker, but probably just short a yard. And the Woodlands as a team, just from what I've seen this year, again, my 4th time seeing them and calling their games. Looks like they're rounding into shape here as the season moves on. Good sign, obviously, with the playoffs getting closer and closer with each game we play. So Williams going to motion in tight here. Reed again, he's going to bounce this one. Now he's in space. Going to fight off the last tackle attempt and go all the way inside the 25 down to the 24 of Grand Oaks. Big gain, Reed. For the first time tonight, he really gets loose. Shows nice vision to bounce around the left tackle there. Get around the end, and once he gets into the second level, good luck with that. First and 10 Highlanders, 4 receivers, 2 by 2. Motion across Williams. We're going to roll right under pressure. Going to try a dump pass there at the last minute. Incomplete. Bonus points for creativity, though. Was a forward pass, so no worry of a fumble there. Second and 10. Highlander offense looks to the sideline for the play signals. And 4 receivers, 2 to each side of the formation. Heavy pressure into the backfield, straight into there by Grand Oaks. Great play by number 8, Braden Bradley, junior linebacker. Just totally had it dialed up that he was coming in up the middle of the formation. Woodlands wanted to do a run play to Reed there, but Bradley just on his legs before he can even take a step. I used to watch Derek Johnson make a lot of plays like that back in the day. So, linebacker of Texas Longhorn and NFL fame. Best high school defender I've ever seen, played for Waco High. Matoyer somehow gets out of that initial trouble and gets back to the line of scrimmage, just going to get what he can here. Amazing that that didn't end up as a loss of yardage. Will bring up 4th down, however. Looks like they're showing 8 yards to go on the scoreboard. Within range of the field goal, but we'll see if they go for it here, keeping the offense out so far. 5:28 and counting in the 3rd quarter. Offense stays out. Back to pass, looking for sideline. Had a man, couldn't quite connect on the throw, though. Looked like Williams, the intended receiver. Play was there, just couldn't make the pitch and catch. With that, Grand Oaks, having scored on their last possession, back out with a chance here. See if they can add another here in the 3rd quarter, and obviously if they could score on this drive, they're back in it and with a 2-possession game, but be a lot of work ahead of them to do that, though. Start this possession on their own 22-yard line, it looks like. Once the ball's put down. Obviously, the score being what it is, these are the chances that Grand Oaks has to take advantage of. Quick throw out left side. Sean Zveer on that catch, it looks like. Senior team captain. Heavily involved for the Grizzlies this year. Pretty much every facet of what they're trying to do on offense, running and receiving. Again, these skill players for Grand Oaks have to be equally adept as runners, receivers, and blockers. Be a 1st down carry there. Nice job of vision, make one cut, get up the field. Zveer again, moving chains. Again, much better from Grand Oaks so far this half. Just beset by those big penalties we talked about in the 1st half. And of course that late turnover that kept them from putting points on the board before half. Here's High, can look for space around the outside, but strung out completely by the Highlanders there. See who the last man was there to string it out. Looked like 99 John Podolsky Sr. was the man to ultimately push High out of bounds there. Podolsky, one of the better players on this Highlander defense. Generally heavily involved in generating pressure along with Bradley Warren, number 98. Number 92, Manuel Guzman on the field for the Highlanders here as well, as is 96, Riley Payne Jr., who's been active here tonight. A sweep attempt by Farrakhan here around the right side. Keeps his feet, but nothing doing on that. Just picks up a few yards. Going to bring up 3rd and long. Be 3rd and about 10. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. 4:21 on the clock and counting. Once again, go Astros. And there'll be a hold in the backfield. It's a takedown on Podolsky there. I could even see that way up here. Easiest holding call ever. Yeah, and those are the things we saw in the first half from Grand Oaks that really killed any progress they were trying to make. Third and 20 now. 3:43 left in the third quarter here tonight. See if they just stay safe here. Play action. Screen. High's got a lot of room. He's got the first down and a lot more. He is just pulling away from the defense. He's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Brandon High. He has got some serious open field speed. I think he probably surprises a lot of defenders, but man, if they're watching film, they know he's got some scoop to him, and he shows it there. Well set up screen. You could see the moment he caught that, there was just a huge lane there. Just out-accelerated the last defenders for the Highlanders. And we've got ourselves a football game again here. Looks like they're going to go for two, of course. See timeout on the field here first. Pause with them. And back to the two-point attempt here for Grand Oaks as the air guitar cam makes its way around. Look for a throwback here, but attempting the throwback, but not quite there. The Woodlands had two defenders in the area to make sure that didn't get completed. So that's actually a big hold, so that'll keep it at, it is still technically a two-possession game, 28-12. But they'd have to score and get two-point conversions to tie it up, but still. It was 28-0 the Woodlands after the first possession here in the third quarter, and it looked like the cruise control button might be getting hit, but then Grand Oaks was able to come back, get 6 points after completing a explosive pass down the sideline to set it up. And then the Grizzly defense able to get a stop against the Woodlands offense. The Woodlands went for it deep inside Grizzly territory. Could have kicked a field goal well within range of Sims, but they elected to go for it. Had an open pass, but it fell incomplete. Grand Oaks gets its hands back on the ball, and they make no mistake there. Hit a huge screen play to Brandon High for a touchdown on 3rd and 20. And here's the kickoff from Maximian. Fielded shallow by McGill. See if he can get into space here. Shakes off the first few tackle attempts. Going to turn it up. Tackled around the 40. Good play by McGill. Split backs look for the Woodlands, 3 receivers. Reed up the middle. Ball forward for good gain on first down. Nice positive play. Bring up a 2nd and 3. Again, about the only blemish in the Woodlands game here tonight has just been finishing a couple of drives. Could easily have 42 points on the board here tonight, but 28 as it stands. Look to restore a more comfortable advantage if they can punch it in on this drive. Grand Oaks threatening to make this game. So McGill on the catch. Appears to have enough for the first down there. Well caught. Nice route as well. And 4 wide here for the Highlanders, 3 to the near side, 1 up top. Reed in the backfield. Good handoff on the sweep to Tobin Miller. He's going to lean forward for about 5 yards there. Miller staying involved in the offense here tonight. And Matoyer, 3 receivers now, split backfield. Quick throw looking for McGill, can't connect on it. It was a slant attempt. With that, it'll bring up a 3rd and 5. There's a 1:40 remaining here in the third. Again, we encourage you to stay with us after the game tonight. The Highlander Band will be performing their usual routine after at homecoming during the regular halftime here tonight. Again, looking for Reed up the sideline is Matoyer, but can't connect. So with that, another stand by Grand Oaks here. See what the Woodlands elects to do on the plus side of the field. See if they quick kick it here, or if they think they've got something good enough to go for it. Of course, Matoyer are going to stay on the field either way. He is the quick kicker. He's showing that formation right now. That's what he's going to do. Send it away, but it will go into the end zone. Got a good boot onto that, a little too good. In this case, since they wanted to try and down it, but as such, Grand Oaks is going to take over with a chance to bring this game even closer if they can keep their recent offensive success here going. Again, the Highlander defense caught a little over anxious on that screen that was busted for the long touchdown on the last possession for the Grizzlies. Again, quick throw up to the top side. We've seen that opening play from Grand Oaks quite a bit here tonight. Just snap and throw as soon as the quarterback Smith can get his hands on the ball. Basically just a run substitute. Gain a few yards there, 2 yards actually on the gain. 2nd and 8. 1:26 left in the third. Sweep here. Spear. They do a good job putting his head down. Looks to have first down yardage. That should move the chains, and it does. Again, good job of Spear by seeing the lane, just putting his foot in the ground, getting straight up the field. Again, no reason to panic at all for the Grizzlies. Just run your offense. It's attempted sweep there to Farrakhan, but the Woodlands strings that out. Up in that play before it can get going. Like Podolsky, one of the ones in on the tackle there. Podolsky, Payne, and Guzman across the defensive line for the Highlanders right now. Martrell Harris and Evan Dubin, outside linebackers. Smith's going to roll. Looks to throw back over the middle, always kind of dangerous. Does complete it to Brandon High for a gain. Always a dicey prospect throwing back across your body like that. But they get away with it there. And the third quarter is going to run out on that play. It's going to be the Woodlands 28, Grand Oaks 12 as we move into the last quarter here tonight. We're going to flip ends of the field, and we'll be right back. And again, my name is Jeremy McGrail, and we thank you for joining us on this Conner ISD live stream on YouTube here tonight between the Woodlands and Grand Oaks. Homecoming night here for the Highlanders. In the lead, but Grand Oaks threatening to make this a game here down the stretch. See what they can do on this drive. They're facing a 3rd and 8. Smith in all kinds of space when he rolls around the right. He will have a first down. Flags come in at the end of that. See what those could be. Could be additional good news for Grand Oaks, but we'll see what the flags are. And they will walk the ball forward, so it's not going to be positioned on the Highlander 41, so plus territory for the Grand Oaks offense. In a nice little rhythm now are the Grizzlies. Rainbow motion, but the Woodlands just blows that up with penetration. Looked like Grand Oaks was showing a triple option there potentially, but just couldn't get out of the gate on that one. Penetration killed that play before it could start. Outstanding defense by the Highlanders there.
Second down, 14 for the Grizzlies.
Smith rolling left. Heavy pressure. Just gonna play it safe, run out of bounds. There's a flag on the field. It's on more towards the Grand Oaks sideline. They're gonna call a hold against the Grizzlies. Another one of these 10-yarders that Grand Oaks doesn't need. Bring up a second and extremely long 25. Took the quick throw, like Farrakhan there on the reception. Doesn't go anywhere though. Guess in a way you could say the Grizzlies have the Highlanders where they want them, based on the evidence of the last drive when they broke that 3rd and 20 for a huge touchdown by Brandon High on a screen. See if they attempt something similar this time. Maybe a different flavor screen, like a middle screen or something like that. Heavy pressure. It's going to be recovered by the Highlanders. Recovered fumble there. Did heavy penetration. Riley Payne, one of the ones on the spot there for the Highlanders. There's a flag down. Could be a discussion here from the officials. See what's going on. Be declined. Penalty was against Grand Oaks. It's a chop block. So Highlander offense going to take over, making a big play there. Again, Grand Oaks could have made it a one-possession game on that drive. It's the second time tonight that the Woodlands has come up with a momentum-shifting turnover. First one happening right before half as Grand Oaks was trying to drive in and put 6 points on the board. Now this one, when they had a chance to make it a one-possession game, potentially. Matoyer back out, 3 receivers. Looking deep. Has it. What a catch. Touchdown, Highlanders. Once again, that man again, Ferguson, 3rd touchdown on the night for Ben Ferguson, senior leader. And with that score, the Woodlands now leading 34-12, pending the extra point from Nick Sims here. 10-12 remaining in the game. It's actually not Sims on for the PAT, new kicker here. I'll give you his name in a minute. Kick is up and good, and that is number 34, Ryan Andino, on for the PAT there. Sims is allowed to give his leg a rest there. He will come out here for the kickoff there. Again, the Woodlands wasting no time taking advantage of that turnover. Matoyer has Ferguson singled up, and that's always a favorable matchup. No mistakes there. Score now, the Woodlands 35, Grand Oaks 12. Again, 10-12 remaining in the game here tonight. Woodlands would move to 3-0 in district play and 6-2 overall if they can get this win sealed up here tonight. Grand Oaks would move to 5-3 and 0-3 in district if the score remains as is, or the result rather remains as it appears on the scoreboard right now. But again, in the 16 district, Grand Oaks playoff hope still very much alive regardless. Woodlands trying to take one more step towards what would be an epic end of the regular season against College Park. They have Conroe High next week, and of course the Tigers have been impressive in district themselves. So far, Conroe and College Park doing battle over at Moorhead Stadium here tonight. Be interested to see what happens in that game. Deep ball, Farrakhan, he's open. He's got it. He stumbled, gets his heels clipped there at the end of that, but great catch, gets his separation. Another big play generated by the Grizzlies here tonight. Just post route, beats the Highlander defense on that one. Again, well executed, well thrown by Jacob Smith, junior quarterback. Connecting well on those downfield throws tonight, for the most part. Gonna go to High. He will get inside the 10, around the 8. Second and goal. Come on, Astros, get it done. Bottom of the 6 in that one. Smith gonna roll. See if he can find a man, throws back across his body. Picked off in the end zone. Again, we talked about it a second ago. Always dangerous when you're trying to throw against your body. Catch the replay here to see who got the interception. I was thinking it was Harrison D. Pasquale. We'll see who it was exactly. And it was Harrison D. Pasquale, senior defensive back. Again, another huge turnover when Grand Oaks had a chance to make something happen. Matoyer and the Woodlands offense back out onto the field. This could be the game clincher here if they're able to score. Williams on the corner out, open. No mistakes on that catch. Big gainer for the Highlanders. It was a nice route by Williams. He was really open there, waited on the ball a little bit to get there. Good job making the catch. Not getting overzealous there. Well found, well spotted by Matoyer. 3 receivers now for the 4 receivers rather, 1 in tight. Williams. Reed up the middle. Try and wiggle out of that first tackle attempt, can't quite get loose. Again, Reed been shackled pretty well here tonight, outside of a couple of plays. Looks like Grand Oaks clearly got the scouting report on his abilities. 2-by-2 shotgun here for the Woodlands on the formation. 2 receivers each side, 2-by-2. Matoyer deep down the middle. Has his man, gets loose. And punch it into the end zone. Can be tackled just inside the 5, but another explosive play for the Highlanders. Again, throw over the middle. Parker McGill on the reception, senior. Matoyer in the Woodlands offense finding a lot of joy over the middle of the field here tonight, particularly the deeper middle part of the field on those post routes. Ferguson and McGill both beneficiaries tonight on those kinds of routes, throws. Obviously, Williams making a play on the corner route to start this drive. Again, the Woodlands close to going ahead and putting the nail into this one here. Going to line up under center. Sweep. And get around the edge, he does. Going to be a touchdown, Jason Williams. Good job on that counter. He really runs out of that formation well. With that score now, the Woodlands 41, Grand Oaks 12, with 7 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the game. Andino going to get a PAT once again. That's Ryan Andino, senior kicker. Put a good boot into this one. And it's true. So the Woodlands leading 42-12 over Grand Oaks now on the scoreboard. It got slightly dicey there for a minute when Grand Oaks reduced the advantage to 28-12 and had a couple of chances, a couple of bites at the apple there to narrow it further, but each time the Woodlands defense coming up big. And the last one being on the turnover, the fumble recovery. Restoring the big advantage that they've enjoyed really for most of tonight. Jumped out to that 21-0 lead in the first half and then added to it immediately here in the second half by scoring on their first possession of the third quarter. Went up 28-0, but then Grand Oaks scored 12 unanswered and then had the ball back to narrow it even further than that. But the Woodlands holding firm defensively, not allowing them to get any closer than that here tonight, and now leading by 30 points. This is what district has looked like for the Highlanders so far. Putting up 40-plus points on the scoreboard and not allowing very much. Again, a good sign for the maturity of this team as the season draws closer to November. Deep kick. Well covered by the Woodlands. First contact doesn't make the tackle, the second does. 7-1, late flag, very late flag coming in. See what that one's about. Unsportsmanlike is the call. Didn't see an arm motion one way or the other. The ball is being backed up, so that is against Grand Oaks. Half the distance. So they get the honor of starting the ball on their own 7-yard line, just where the offense wants it. Not really. Very much sarcasm. That was always the joke in the film room whenever we would find ourselves as an offense in a similar situation to this. Like, yeah, right where we want it. Not really. Second and 9 to go after that 1-yard gain. And after tonight, obviously the pressure will be on Grand Oaks to get results from their final 2 district games, well within their means to get those. And those games will be against Willis next week and then Oak Ridge after that. Again, my personal opinion is that it will come down to that game against Oak Ridge as to who gets the 4th playoff spot here in 13-6A. But we'll see how that Willis game goes next week. The Woodlands will face Conroe next before concluding the regular season against College Park on November 4th, a Thursday night game. Sweep in some space there. Nice run. Can be near the first down marker, but just short. Sean Zbier on the carry. He's been lively here tonight. Good, tough runner. But it will bring up a 4th down. Grand Oaks will punt it away as we approach the 5-minute mark here remaining in the game tonight. Looks like we all might get home in time to see the end of the Astros game as they try and wrap up the ALCS, punch a ticket to the World Series here hopefully tonight. No one likes Game 7s. Very stressful. Punt fair caught by Cooper Stark, Jr. Again, the ones remain on the field for the Woodlands. Sheldon checks in at receiver. Number 5 there. Gonna go up top. Their 2 receivers, Camden Cash and Jason Williams, down here to the near side. Dual receivers. And you've got 10, Tobin Miller in the backfield with Reed and Matoyer. Play action, gonna go deep. Can Cash get the separation? He does, and he comes down with the catch. Contact, his ball was in the air, but fair play, say the officials. Cash makes a nice catch. Nice competitive catch there by Cash. Again, Woodlands not satisfied, looking for more. Ball on that 9-yard line. So with that, 1st and goal. Three by 1 set for receivers. Toyer looking near side, looking for the out route. Again, looking for Cash to try and finish off the drive that he started a play ago. Can't quite make that connection. Again, the weather here locally has been a little hotter and humid as compared to last week. Players seem to be handling the conditions very well. Should be very nice out there now that there's sundown and stadium lights on. Friday night lights here. The Woodlands now starting to work in some substitutions along the offensive line. It's like Ferguson is not in either at receiver right now. He may be having the rest of the night off. Catch thrown, well caught, near sideline, touchdown Highlanders. And that's Tobin Miller, senior, on that nice grab. Good back shoulder type throw there. Fastball from Matoyer. Defenders had no shot at getting their hands on that one with as quickly as that was coming into Miller's hands. Miller's gonna be the holder here on the PAT for Andino, Ryan Andino. Kick is up and it looks good, it is. Be a retry though, flag comes in on the far sideline. Score now, Highlanders 48, Grand Oaks 12, 3:36 remaining in the game here tonight, pending this point after. Kick is up and perfect. The Woodlands 49, Grand Oaks 12 now on the scoreboard. 3 minutes, 36 seconds away from the Woodlands earning their third district win of the season here. Moving to 6-2 overall, 3-0 in district. Meanwhile, Grand Oaks would drop to 5-3 overall, 0-3 in district. And again, Grand Oaks play Willis next week with an opportunity to earn their first district win before concluding against Oak Ridge. Meanwhile, the Highlanders have Conroe next week, followed by College Park to conclude the regular season. And as quickly as it started this year, we are just a couple of weeks away from having playoff brackets be made official, which is just wild. Again, the Woodlands guaranteed to be in the Division I bracket, given their place on the enrollment hierarchy of the district. And that would be along with Conroe High right now. Well covered on that kick. Looks like we got good news we just put up on the scoreboard there. 2-0 Astros over the Red Sox. Trying to close out this ALCS tonight, hopefully. Let's put a few more insurance on there. Smith can look deep down the middle of the field. Once again, has Farrakhan. Beautifully thrown ball. That's a touchdown. What a throw and catch there. Beautifully done. This is a really impressive throw by Smith there. It's a line drive, and again, Farrakhan breaking free behind the defense. What a player this kid is. Going to be seeing a lot of him over the next 3+ years. Just a freshman. Be 18 points on the board for Grand Oaks, pending the point after here. Like the 2-point conversion, why not? Up the middle to High. High's going to punch it in. And with that 2-point, it will be the Woodlands 49, Grand Oaks 20 now on the scoreboard. 3:20 left in the game. All of a sudden here tonight, we're just trading quick scores. Just a beautifully thrown spiral there by Smith. Jacob Smith, a junior quarterback. Tristan Frazier, sophomore, is his backup. So obviously they'll be returning that experience next year, which should pay dividends, along with Farrakhan and High. Brandon High is back as well, only a junior. So again, some promising pieces for Grand Oaks to build around as they try and get this program going at the 6A level. Never an easy task to just step in, especially when you're dealing with such a historical powerhouse like the Woodlands. It's been around for so long. Such an established program community. Grand Oaks, based on what I know of the area, I think they have a chance to be a pretty good football program, and that may be understating it. Again, a nice area where there's room to grow around where the campus is, if you know where that is, along the Grand Parkway there. A few miles east of I-45. Beautiful campus, one of the nicer campuses I've ever seen. They're going to recover an onside here. This is the kind of spirit you like to see here. They're just They're not going to go quietly into the night. Flag down, though. It's not going to ruin it. That was a really well kicked onside. Like they may have been a little too anxious, left a little early before there was contact on the ball from the kicker, by the kicker. Well, darn, that was fun. They'll have to do it again. That was perfectly executed, right into the gap, cleanly recovered. They just left a little early. Again, we encourage you on our social media channels for @Conroe ISD Sports. Like, subscribe, and follow. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Help increase the exposure of our channels. More people find out what's going on in Conroe ISD and see what these gifted student athletes are doing, as well as get to see all the work that goes into halftime as well through the bands, drill teams. Onside to attempt to repeat it here. He kicked a little bit too deep. So again, the score 49 for the Woodlands, 20 for Grand Oaks, 3:19 left in the game here tonight. Three receiver set for the Woodlands. Matoyer staying in the game at quarterback. Is Mitchell on the carry up the middle. No gain. Bring up 2nd and 10. And Mitchell, a junior, so earning some experience this season. Has the look of a player that the Highlanders will enjoy quite a bit next year after he gets another offseason under his belt. Should come back as the guy after Reed leaves. As a senior, really tough run by Jason Williams here. Still going, fighting for yards, wow. Give that man a pat on the helmet. Really impressive run there from Jason Williams. Fellow junior. Along with his teammate Mitchell. Again, something I've commented on all year when I've done games involving the Highlanders is just the toughness of their skill players once they've got the ball in their hands. Do a great job after the catch or just on runs. Battle for the yardage. Great quality for skilled players to have, and they've got it across the board with everyone that catches the ball or gets their hands on it. Matoyer under heavy pressure, he's going to go down. Nice play there by the Grand Oaks defense, coming all out on the backfield. One of the players in on the stop for the Grizzlies, number 35, Drew Griffin, one of the seniors on the team, senior leaders. 1:54 and counting left in the game here tonight. Woodlands can salt this one away here. Look towards next week's matchup against Conroe High. Been impressive so far in district play. So Jim Rapp, no doubt, hit the film here starting tomorrow. Get ready for Conroe. Mitchell up the middle, picks up a nice chunky yardage. Timeout on the field. 1:26 left in our game. Yeah, my name is Jeremy McGrail, and thank you for joining us on this Conroe ISD live stream 13-6A action. I want to thank all the people that make these broadcasts possible, from show control, to all the people we've got on roaming cameras on the sidelines, bringing you all the pictures. Yeah, and I've got the easy job. I just sit here and run my mouth for a few hours and Hope you all have enjoyed the broadcast we brought you this season. We look forward to bringing you even more as we move ever closer to the state playoffs. Always an exciting time. Kind of start to feel that anticipation in the air as you build to that part of the season. Holidays get closer, and just that special time of year in Texas that we get to enjoy. Again, the Highlanders showing me a nice growth progression over the course of this season. Saw them in their first game and called the win against Langham Creek, of course, to start the year. Latoya going to drop back and pass there. Heavy pressure once again, incomplete. 4th down, going to bring out Sims and the punting team. 1:22 left. Interesting call there to put the ball in the air. Back deep to receive the punt for Grand Oaks is Sean Spears, senior. Sims going to get that away. Not going to be fielded, though. A little bit short, takes a negative bounce. Really negative bounce. Got everybody trying to touch the ball now for some reason. Now we've got a rugby scrum at midfield. I have no idea who's got the ball. Not sure why Grand Oaks was anywhere near that. Guess they didn't get the fire call down on the field where you yell fire, fire, and get everybody away from the ball. That punt had taken a very positive bounce for Grand Oaks. Had some serious backspin on that, apparently. Hit the ground and immediately started lurching up the field in a positive direction for the Grizzlies. Again, we're just continuing to run and gun here tonight. Another deep ball attempt on the slant by Smith. There's nobody satisfied here tonight yet. Still trying to make things happen. You know, we see these teams out here on Friday nights or Thursday to Saturday nights, depending on kickoff, of course. It's just the end result of the hard work that goes in when no one's watching during the week, off season. Monumental effort goes into being a Texas high school football player as High catches that. Again, just excellent football player. Some flags going to come in at the end of that, maybe late hit out of bounds perhaps. Officials trying to keep order down on the field here as we tick away the final seconds in our game here tonight. Lengthy discussion here at midfield.
Number 52.
Actually going to go against Grand Oaks personal foul. Oh, offsetting. There's the other signal.
Woodlands.
So it'll be just as we were. I guess they will move the ball forward a little bit in Grand Oaks' favor as a result of those fouls somehow. I guess from the end of the action there.
First down for the Grizzlies.
Pass complete to Severe. Be wrestled down inbounds.
Pass complete to number 4, Sean Zeber. He was run out of bounds, number 49.
First down for the Grizzlies. Get a final take of that particular box here for tonight. Now on the team sheet, there's usually a goal for first downs. The quick pass up top, incomplete. 28 seconds left in our game here tonight. And the Woodlands leading 49-20. Should this score hold, unless Grand Oaks has other plans here to try and tack on one last effort for points. There's Smith. Rolling the pass, throws over the middle to High. High's got some space to work with here. See if he can get loose. Brought down. Smith been very impressive with his arm here in the second half. Chains move. Quick timeout here. 19 seconds left in our game. Again, going back to the projected playoffs from the Woodlands perspective right now, they would play Aldine Davis in the first round, and then the winner of Klein Kane against Cypress Woods in the second round if they get there, and then most likely waiting in the third round would be DFW, Dallas-Fort Worth powerhouse Duncanville, who is undefeated on the season. Conroe would project to the lower half of the bracket right now, should the Woodlands maintain their advantage over the Tigers. Conroe would play Spring in the first round. And then they'd play the winner of Klein Oak versus Cypress Ranch. The winner of that Conroe Spring game, rather, would play the winner of Klein Oak Cypress Ranch. And then DeSoto also in that Division I Region II bracket right now. Again, if Grand Oaks gets in, it'll be in the Division II bracket. And the likely opponent would be Westfield, who is looking like a juggernaut this year. And that's going to be a sack. What should end our game here for tonight. It's number 49 for the Woodlands on that, Ethan Scott Jr. Well done. Timeout on the field here. So we won't quite get to zeros just yet. And that's going to be our ball game here tonight. The Woodlands wins by a score of 49-20. Thank you for joining us on this broadcast, and we'll see you next week.
School Marching Band.